Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 business YouTubers who completely blew up in 2019. So if you want me to break down the success of each one of these amazing YouTubers, keep on watching. So the first business YouTuber that blew up in 2019 blew up pretty early into the year. So I'm going to start with Vanessa Lau. Now, Vanessa had a YouTube channel for a few years, but looking back at her videos, her very first video was this one, which is how to stop feeling behind in life and to start taking action. Around this time, Vanessa quit her corporate job and started making videos on YouTube in July 2018. So you can see from her videos that she posted videos every few weeks or month for the rest of 2018, but really didn't have a ton of success. So to really figure out where Vanessa blew up, I'm going to jump into a tool called Social Blade, which is crucial because it gives you all the stats about views and subscribers for different channels. So Vanessa continued to post videos through 2018, and she really had less than 500 subscribers by the end of December 2018. But you can see in January, she blew up her subscribers. She went to 3,500 subscribers, which for a small YouTuber, that is tremendous. That is huge. For someone who had just 100, 115, 200 for the first few months, that's a really, really big deal. And you can see obviously in February, her subscribers just exploded. By the end of February 2019, Vanessa had 2,287 subscribers. Now, the reason for this was one video that she did which blew up. So if we go to her channel and we sort her videos by most popular, you'll be able to see this video right here. This video, how to gain Instagram followers organically 2020. It was 2019 at the time, but she's updated a few things. So what's really interesting about this video, it was released in January 2019, and she was really on trend because people were wanting to grow their Instagram accounts. People are always wanting to grow their Instagram accounts, but she released this in the middle of January, and that's where you saw she had that jump from a couple hundred subscribers to 3,500 subscribers at the end of January. Now, the YouTube algorithm really started picking this video up in February, and that's where she gained nearly 20,000 subscribers in that month. Now, you can see at the time of this recording, this video has 3.7 million subscribers. So it has continued to be a huge behemoth for her channel and a huge reason for her success. So after this, she had all these subscribers who were really into her content, and so she started doubling down on Instagram. When she first started her channel, her focus was for millennials who wanted to quit their job and leave the 9-to-5. But she realized really quickly that maybe people are more into Instagram than they are then quitting their job, and so she pivoted. And you can see her top videos. You see that, yes, she has one video, just one, that's over 1 million subscribers, but a lot of her top performing videos are all about Instagram. Going back to Social Blade, you can see each month she was roughly getting about 20,000 subscribers each month, and during this time she really capitalized on that, and she released a course in April called the Bossgram Academy. This is her flagship course, but she had all these new subscribers that were really into her and her message, and as a result of this launch, it was a 6-figure launch. Now you can see at the end of April, she had around 42,000 subscribers. So you don't have to have hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers to monetize your platform, monetize your YouTube channel. A couple thousand subscribers is really all that it takes. And so she was able to then take this 6-figure launch and then generate even more YouTube videos. So you can see from Social Blade, her biggest month of gaining subscribers was obviously in February. That's where she's peaked, but she's still continued to grow every single month. She had another peak again in April. Again, that's when she launched her course, and has done anywhere from 10 to 20,000 new subscribers every single month. Her other popular videos obviously are ones relating to growing on YouTube, because people who are on YouTube and in business, they want to learn more about YouTube a lot, and so they find other YouTubers who are successful. So you can see that today she has pivoted her YouTube channel a little bit. She's still talking about social media and entrepreneurship, but she is really adding a lot more content for new coaches, content creators, and entrepreneurs. Do I watch her videos? That's obvious. You can see that she has 203,000 subscribers at the time of recording this, which is pretty freaking awesome. All right, let's jump into our next business YouTuber that completely blew up in 2019, and that is the Content Bug, or Cathrin Manning. So what's interesting about Cathrin, or the Content Bug, is that she has a completely different story than Vanessa Lau. Vanessa Lau, while she was on YouTube for about 6 months, she wasn't totally consistent with her content. And she really did have this overnight success. Now, she doesn't like when you use that term, but it really was just a few videos that she did, and she had one that completely took off and exploded her channel from there, which is amazing. Katherine, on the other hand, was a different story. So if we jump into Katherine's channel and then we sort her videos by the oldest, you will see that she actually has been YouTubing since 2017. Her very first video was uploaded October 9th, 2017, and it's how to use Instagram stories tutorial. So that was her humble beginnings. And for 2 years, for the most part, she really just continued to chug and chug away at YouTube with very little success, at least subscriber success. All right, so hopping back over to Social Blade, you can see that for the most part, she had less than 1,000 subscribers for nearly 2 years. In June 2019, she had 944 subscribers. And then in July, it crossed the 1,000 subscriber threshold. So a huge lesson is that sometimes you just have to continue putting in the work. And that's exactly what Katherine did. She is a huge example of just showing up day after day after day. And then finally, all that hard work pays off. It's like chopping a tree. The first 100 chops aren't going to do anything, but on the 101st, that's when the tree comes tumbling down. And finally, you have some nice firewood. So interesting things to note is that her content kind of was all over the place, and this attributes to the reason why she wasn't growing perhaps the way that she should have, because she does have really high quality content. But her videos were on blogging, they were on Pinterest, they were on personal development, and all of that was great, but still it was hard for people to follow and really hone in on what is she all about. Now in early 2019, she completely went all in on her upload schedule and started releasing videos every 3 days. As she did that basically for the entirety of 2019 through 2020, and she's changed that since then. She's since switched to 2 times a week, but that really was huge because it allowed her to really pump out content. So that way when she did blow up, she had a huge backlog of bingeable content that people just went nuts for. Now the video that really made a difference for Katherine was this one right here. It's called How Long It Takes to Get Monetized on YouTube. And if you look on her channel, it actually has a really great thumbnail. It's her super excited. The caption says finally monetized. It has the YouTube logo and dollar signs. And getting monetized, especially for new YouTubers, is something that is so important. People are just dying to get their 1,000 subscribers and their 4,000 hours of watch time. And so she released this in July. Now, like we see with YouTube, you're gonna release a video and sometimes it's not going to completely take off right away. And that's what happened to Katherine. The YouTube algorithm did not pick her up until September. You can see, yes, she was gaining subscribers. Even at the end of September 2019, she was at 2,000 subscribers. Now, for someone who had been going at this for 2 years, and it took basically 2 years to get your first 1,000, this is huge to get this in just a few months. And October was the key month for her because that is when the YouTube algorithm picked up that monetization video of hers and it just exploded. So you can see she again continued to grow in October. Since it was at the end of October, she really started seeing the fruits of her labors in November, December. This isn't crazy explosive growth like some of the other channels we're going to talk about in this list. However, the short time period that it happened, I mean, basically she was picked up on October and by the end of December, she had 25,000 subscribers. This is incredible, and I think really has a lot to do with a few things. Like we said, having bingeable content is huge. So when YouTube finally picks you up, you need to have a back catalog of things that people are ready to watch. She also doubled down on the content that people were coming to her for. So since that video that went viral was all about YouTube, she continued to make more and more videos all about YouTube because that's what her new subscribers wanted. Now, something that also helped with her bingeable content is that she decided in August, I'm gonna make videos all about YouTube. Before it'd been Pinterest and blogging, but August, she started creating tons of videos on YouTube, and that's where we can really see the bingeable content factor pay off when her videos went viral because people looking for YouTube content suddenly had more YouTube content directly from her, which YouTube was going to put in the suggested section after someone finished watching her videos. Now, another thing that I think is really interesting and important to note for the content bug is her style of videos. She's a huge fan of vlogging and actually took a lot of inspiration from the vlogs that she watched and binged every single day, and she incorporated that vlogging style into her business YouTube videos. This makes it very personal. You feel like you know her. It's different. It keeps you engaged because she's always switching locations. And so that was something that was new for a lot of people, which really kept people watching her videos and invested in her. Catherine's channel obviously has continued to grow since this point. She now has 78,000 subscribers and most likely will hit 100,000 within the next few months. All right, our next YouTuber who completely blew up in 2019 is Erin On Demand. So here is her channel. You can see she has 124,000 subscribers at the time of this recording, and she focuses on business building, productivity, and social media marketing. Her very first video was actually released on August 24th, 2018. She didn't release videos for the next few months and then started picking up again back in December. Now this is where we see her getting into a more consistent upload schedule, but we really didn't see her explode or grow. That didn't happen until May 2018. So even though she had that first video in August, she really started in December, and it took a good 6 months for her to get her first 10,000 subscribers. So here is her first 10,000 subscribers video. She did a live Q&A on May 20th, 2019. Now, getting your first 10,000 subscribers is a huge goal for a lot of new YouTubers. So what happened during those 6 months where she went from 0 to 10,000 subscribers? So looking at her channel and sorting it by oldest videos, she was kind of all over the place. It was just business and how to be successful, how to have good habits, more confidence. But really, it was the videos that she started talking about money saving and money that started taking off. And you will see this trend in the next 2 content creators that we talk about, that money topics tend to perform really well for a lot of these people and are a huge factor in a lot of people's success and for having them go viral. So instead of doing videos on how to stop procrastinating and how to be more productive, she really shifted and started talking a lot more about money and income and a little bit of YouTube, how to be successful at YouTube here and there. So those things were what led to her success. So you can see she didn't really have this explosive growth, and she was just kind of chugging along for the next few months after she hit 10,000. July, she hits 20,000. And then November and December is really where she starts taking off. So if we go to her channel and we sort by the most popular uploads that she has, obviously her top 2 are where she breaks down her different income streams. People are really interested in how other people are making money, how much money. Seriously, we are so nosy. We have no problem asking YouTubers how much they make, but when it comes to our neighbor, heck no, we would never ask that, but it's YouTube. Now, the other video that did really well is her breaking down getting monetized by YouTube, the whole process, what happened for her, how much money she's making. So again, it's all about the money, money, money. All right, guys, our next YouTuber is our first guy on the list, and it's a guy named Biaheza. So Biaheza is totally different than a lot of the other YouTubers that we have talked about. His channel actually started a few years ago where he shared his skateboarding videos, tips and tricks. Now in November 2018, that all changed when he posted this video called How I Made $25,000 in My First Month Drop Shipping at 17 Years Old. So this had everything that could be appealing to somebody very young, making a ton of money, tens of thousands of dollars within 1 month, doing it very young, and doing it with drop shipping, which is a very hands-off way of selling physical goods. This video was a complete departure from the skate videos that he had done previously. So if we look at Social Blade, you'll actually see something really interesting. Before this point in time, he had a couple thousand subscribers and he wasn't really growing at all. But he decided to completely shift the focus of his channel. And you notice right here for his weekly video views, it's actually a negative 800,000 views. So how can you have negative 800,000 views? That's what happens when people either delete their videos or they make them private. YouTube no longer counts those views in your YouTube account for your rankings. And so that's why he had nearly 1 million views go away during this month. Now, nothing really happened right away, but you can see that he is pivoting his account during this time. November, he gets maybe 100 subscribers, January, a little bit more, but then things start to take off in February 2019, and things go absolutely insane from there. 2019 was just a record year for him. He crosses 100,000 subscribers by November, and he has continued to have this huge hockey stick growth. He's at 312,000 subscribers. Now, what was the reason for this? There's obviously a few things. He's a young guy making a ton of money. So again, money making, how to make money is very, very appealing to people, but also the fact that it's this really young guy doing it. He also during this time started focusing on Instagram growth. He has a few accounts that have done incredibly well. And so people are always hungry to learn, just like Vanessa Lau, how can I get more followers? And so his top video actually is how to gain 1,000 active followers on Instagram. And a whole bunch of his other videos are relating to just gaining followers. So he's really good at making great captions, really not clickbaity, but definitely something that makes you want to click and to find out more. He's just this, again, he's this young guy who's very personable. And so time getting followers with making money, its popularity and money, is the thing that everybody wants and thinks gonna totally change the game for them. And so he's really focused on that. Yes, he does have some videos about drop shipping, and he actually released his first course in October, which is Biaheza's full drop shipping course. So he had tons of videos all about his drop shipping strategy, but he didn't give you all the secrets. If you want those and you want to start your own drop shipping business, he has this course for $294 right here, which you can buy. So within a year, Biaheza gained over 250,000 YouTube subscribers, and he is much different than those other content creators, as you can see. He's young, he's youthful. I think he has a much younger demographic than those other ladies do. And people like watching him and they like seeing his antics on YouTube. He realized after a few years, skate videos, not successful. Making videos about making money, super successful. All right, our last business YouTuber that completely exploded in 2019, and this guy has the most success out of all the people in this video. It's Andrei Jikh. At the time of recording this, Andrei has nearly 460,000 subscribers, but at the beginning of 2019, that was not the case. You can see at February 2019, he had less than 1,000 subscribers. And his channel is really interesting because he's kind of straddling these two things. You can see that the subheading of his channel is Magic of Finance, and those really are his two niches. He has magic videos and he has finance videos. So his early videos actually do reflect those two niches. He has some about making money. Stocks and investing are actually a big thing on his channel, but then he has these random videos about card tricks. And it is one of these videos that in April 2019 just completely took off. And that's this video right here. It's Now You See Me versus Real Life. It's a card scene from a movie, Now You See Me 2, recreated, and it's really short video, but currently it has 17 million subscribers. So talking about one video is all you need to go viral and to take you to the next level. This is true for Andrei. So then another one of his videos actually goes viral, and instead of the magic space, it is the finance space. This video is called I Got Paid $781.47 with Robinhood dividends in March. So again, are you noticing a trend with some of these top business YouTubers? When you start talking about making money, people start listening. So looking at his Social Blade, you can see at the beginning of the year, less than 1,000 subscribers. And he really picked up in April when that one video went viral. It got a couple million views within a month or so. Again, with 17 million views, it just has to go crazy off the charts. And so he starts raking in the subscribers, 45,000 subscribers by the end of May, 57,000. And so he's gaining around 20,000 each month. And later, from November to December, he has another huge wave that picks him up. He gains nearly 100,000 subscribers, about 80,000 subscribers in that 1 month, and has continued at that pace. So within 1 year, he went from less than 1,000 to, at the end of December, nearly 250,000, and has continued to just completely skyrocket. So you'll notice by his most recent videos that they are all about investing. They're all about money. He talks about one of his biggest affiliate revenue streams, which is Robinhood, which is a company that he really believes in, quitting your job, making 6 figures in a year, all these things that people are really interested in doing. So even though Andrei has shifted away from solely magic trick based content and has moved towards financial content, he still does incorporate the magic elements in his videos. The way he does it is as he's talking, he will do a magic trick, and it's really fun and exciting, and it really does keep your engagement. So that is why the subtitle for his channel is called The Magic of Finance, because he really has blended two of his passions for the best of both worlds. So if he continues at this pace, no doubt he is going to have 1 million subscribers within the next few months, if not by the end of the year. All right, guys, so those are the 5 business YouTubers who I saw completely blow up and kill it on YouTube in 2019. Now, obviously, I don't subscribe to every single YouTube channel, so I am interested what other business YouTubers you saw blow up in 2019 as well. Now, I do have a list of a few business YouTubers that I see blowing up in 2020, so if you want to see me do a video about new business YouTubers that are killing it in 2020, let me know. Or again, if you have your own YouTubers you want me to break down and talk about, let me know in the comments below. Also, give this video a like. My goal is to get 500 likes on this video, and I'd love it if you could help me get there. And of course, subscribe for more amazing videos like this where I talk about how to be successful on YouTube. And that's all that I have. I wish you the best success on YouTube, and I hope that your channel makes it onto my next list. I'm Morgan, and I'll see you next time.